my beautiful friends, beautiful souls. Just coming to you again. Didn't want you to think I forgot about you. I'm referring back to the survey that we did about a month or so ago. About a month or so ago on what you are most struggling with right now. Is it health, weight, body image, and or manifesting? And the results pretty much came in 50-50. So I've been trying to incorporate health and body with manifesting. And I just wanted to talk to you quickly about this book that I am rereading. And I don't know, probably a lot of you have heard it. It's called, actually I'm highlighting and furiously taking notes as I am reading it, called Think and Grow Rich. And it's by Napoleon Hill. And if you haven't read it, it was written in 1936, and it's like one of the original self-development books. And it's fascinating to me because all of the similar information and steps that I know that have worked for me and others are things that are just, becoming mainstream. Abraham Hicks, the Law of Attraction, The Secret, all came out after Napoleon Hill. He was pretty much before our time, already talking about this. So what I did was I took notes on, some of the principles and some of the chapters that I found might help you relate to, your weight loss or health images, or as also and anything. I mean, he's writing about getting rich, about attracting money, but you can also relate this, and I'm going to speak of it to, getting healthy. So principle 1 that he talks about is desire, the starting point of all achievement. And a lot of this, I'm going to speak of, and I have spoken of time and time again, because this is literally everything that it comes down to. And eventually you're going to hear this and it might click with you in a different way. And I just hope that you understand that really the law of attraction is all about vibration, energy, and aligning with it. And I can speak of it in so many different ways, but I think that sometimes the right class, the right way that someone words something, it's gonna take, it'll strike a chord with everybody at a different time because they're in a different place in their life. And I'm gonna talk about this and Think and Grow Rich. And I thought of the title Think and Get Thin, right? So I just did a little play on words, sorry. So the first step in manifesting your dream body or anything else is to have the desire to do so. So first of all, never feel guilty for your desires. They're placed within you for a reason and higher purpose. And you never know who you could help by going after your dreams, okay? So ditch that guilt. So it's important to do the work that you're doing. Napoleon talks about having a desire so strong that it becomes a burning obsession. Not that you needed to go absolutely crazy on this, but strong enough that you will not accept any other option. And I think most of you that are following me, that are listening to this, are at that point in your life where your desire is so strong that you just keep following because you know deep down this is eventually gonna happen. So keep listening. I remember this with the gym. Two big things that I've manifested. They were big desires, the gym and Hawaii. And I was so determined that I wouldn't stop until I got there. And with my dream body, I practiced more acceptance and faith. But I've always had a strong desire to feel confident in my skin. And like I said, I had a son when I was a teenager. So I really have not felt confident in my skin for many, many, many years, especially in my younger years. So check in with yourself. How bad do you want it? The work on our minds take effort. It's a much different type of effort than the hustle and grind of dieting and the gym, but you must maintain persistence in changing your thoughts and beliefs and keep pushing through the hard times when you're feeling unsure. There's only one way out, and you will end up with your final destination if you don't give up. Okay? And I know most of you won't because you wouldn't keep listening to me, blah, blah. Principle 2, faith. And we just had a vision board workshop. So visualizing and believing in the attainment of desires. I love what Napoleon Hill talks about here so much in this chapter on faith, or as I would say, believing. Faith is the head chemist of the mind, he says. When faith is blended with the vibration of thought, the subconscious mind instantly picks up the vibration. So all thoughts which have been emotionalized, i.e. given feeling, are mixed with faith, they begin to immediately translate themselves into their physical equivalent. So, hello, Manifesting 101. He then goes on to tell us how to develop faith through autosuggestion or affirmations. And you can see why I love this book so much. Faith is a state of mind that may be induced or created by affirmation or repeated instructions to the subconscious mind. And I've talked about affirmations before, and if you ever want to work with me, we can create some specific affirmations for you if you don't already have any. Like Abraham Hicks says, if any of you listen to Abraham Hicks, a belief is just a thought that you keep on thinking. That's all a belief is. It's just something that you were told that you believe is true, and you keep thinking it, and it becomes a belief. You create your own beliefs, or someone instills them in you. He talks about repeating your affirmation in the morning and evening out loud, and places of utmost importance on conducting yourself as if you were already in possession of the thing that you were asking for. So, i.e., get in alignment with that vibration. He goes on to say that faith is the eternal elixir that gives life, power, and action to the impulse of thought. Faith is the basis of all miracles and mysteries that cannot be explained by science. Faith is the only known antidote to failure. This rings so true to me. My beliefs are shaping who I become and what my external reality is. If I didn't have faith or belief in my dreams, then I would never have made it this far in my life. And it's also the utmost important element in manifesting. Otherwise, we give up right before all the miracles unfold. And that's what so many people do. It's sad. Delusional faith in the universe is what has got me this far, you know. Thoughts which are mixed with any feelings or emotions constitute a magnetic force which attracts from the vibrations of the ether other similar related thoughts. So a thought magnetized with emotion is the seed that you plant, which then grows and multiplies itself until it becomes a huge force to be reckoned with. So I talk about planting your seeds all the time, especially at the new moon. You know, that's when we're manifesting and bringing in and planting seeds of what we want to bring into our life. So how do you apply this to your dream body? Using affirmations mixed with emotion to develop that faith and belief that it's possible. Napoleon recommends positive thoughts stated in writing, which are memorized and repeated until they become a fixture of your subconscious mind. I don't have my journal down here now, but in another video, I'm going to show you a journal that I've been working on, and it's going to be good. You guys are going to like this. I ask you, I don't dare you, but I would recommend to you to write a positive affirmation statement in a journal 10 minutes a day. And the same thing, like as if you were like staying after school because you got in trouble and you had to like write on the chalkboard, you know, I will not swear in class again, or whatever it is, I don't know. You write this in your journal, you know, I am in my dream body, I don't know, whatever it is that you want to write, over and over for 10 minutes each day, and do it until you see it happening. I did it. It worked. I will show you in another video. And also, one of the things that I wrote was, this might help you. I am lean and toned, and I eat whatever I want and maintain my weight. And that is the God's honest truth. If anyone knows me personally, you know that. So what do you desire to be true, and what do you place all your faith behind? Write that down every day, 10 minutes in a journal. All right, principle 3, autosuggestion, the medium for influencing the subconscious mind. A quote: "There are no limitations to the mind except those we acknowledge. Both poverty and riches are the offspring of thought." That's from Napoleon. I would relate that to the dream body in that both weight gain and weight loss are the offspring of thought. So autosuggestion is the repetition of your positive statement, but also feeling and seeing yourself as if you're already in that dream body. And by following these instructions, you voluntarily create thought habits favorable to your efforts to transmute desire into its physical equivalent. So not just saying it, but feeling it as if you already have it, whatever that is. The money, the job, the house, the body, the mate. So, for example, you start building habits that will translate into your dream body. And then he goes on to remind us that we must mix emotion or feeling into our words for it to work. Again, he states, you have to use feeling. Feeling is really that vibration. If you repeat something a million times without feeling, it does not have the same effects. And it can take practice, I know. I'm getting better and better with daily meditation and visualization and getting into that feeling and vibration. And that's why vision boards are so good, because when you look at these pictures that you put on your vision board, it's easier for you to get that feeling of having it because you're looking at it. So you're looking at a picture of, a body that you want to have, or a house, or money, or a person, or, the beach, or whatever it is, and you can't help but get the feeling, So don't worry if you can't bring up as much emotion at first. The more you practice, the more images that you find that resonate with you, the more belief around the statement is becoming true. And the more you'll be able to bring up feeling and emotion behind it. This is where some of the work comes in with manifesting, and this is where the burning desire to see it come to fruition must remain strong, okay? The next part that I love is how he talks about plans coming to fruition, or as I like to call it, nudges. He says, don't wait until you have a definite plan on how, and this is the hardest part, I know. And we're going to have a class on this too, and I am so excited to announce the upcoming e-course, and I hope you all sign up as a side note. Because I'm going to talk about all of this, and I'm going to teach you and help you make it so much easier for yourself. So I hope you join me. Begin at once to see yourself in your dream body, and the subconscious mind will hand over the plan or the plans that you need. You don't need to figure that out, okay? Be on alert for these plans, and when they appear, put them into practice immediately. He goes on to say they will probably flash into your mind in the form of an inspiration. This inspiration may be considered direct messages from infinite intelligence. So don't force yourself. Don't think you have to come up with the solution yourself. Don't think you need to start Googling diet plans. If you get the inspiration to Google a diet plan, you're sitting there watching TV and all of a sudden something comes to you, that is divine intervention. That is taking action, inspired action. That's not you doing it. That's something the universe is, planting in your head. That's, your helpers, your guides, the universe putting those thoughts in your heads, and that's inspired action. That's what you want to do. Okay? This resonated with me so much because literally my classes, videos, meditations, this video come to me as a full-on download during when I'm especially when I'm walking, because I meditate at night before I go to sleep, but when I'm walking, that's like a meditation for me. When I'm walking, so much shit comes into my head, and I'll usually either video while I'm walking, I'll stop and sit down somewhere and video, I'll type notes, or I'll come right back home and do a video, because that's shit just comes into my head. And it just hits really quickly, and I have to scribble it down or offer the course or do the video or whatever right away. So he says, don't try and follow a logical plan. Follow the inspiration that comes to you. So find that positive statement and continuously repeat it day and night with feeling and emotion. Like I said, if you're writing it in your journal, write it with feeling and emotion. Visualize yourself already there. See yourself in your dream body. Carry yourself as if you've already accomplished it. You will keep getting flashes of inspiration as long as you keep doing this. And that's what's going to carry you forward into your dream body. The universe is just going to pick up on that vibration. It's going to send you ideas and thoughts. Keep your faith and have that burning desire towards success that you know is there. And there's only one option in the end, and that is success. So the next principle that I loved is imagination, and we talked about imagination with vision boards and, you know, being a kid and imagining, and, you know, how many things as kids we imagine, because the possibilities are endless and we don't believe that we can't have them. We haven't been trained to think that we can't have them. It's been said that we can create anything we imagine. You will receive the plans necessary through imagination. He talks about practicing using our imagination to strengthen it. So with imagination, he says that you must put your burning desire into writing. Again, like I said, journal, just 10 minutes a day. This is the first step to put your desire into concrete form. This will start the imagination process, or the subconscious mind, towards envisioning the steps that, you know, towards your dream body or your dream house or your dream job or your dream mate or whatever it is. The mastery of procrastination is another section that he talks about. And that's lack of decision is one of the main causes of failure. So this is huge to me because I can be fairly indecisive sometimes, and this is something that I need to work on. Procrastination is the opposite of decision. So I've been procrastinating on putting together a workshop for about a year now. Instead, I just keep doing videos, and I have folders and folders of ideas of things that I want to do, and I just haven't put it all together yet. You must make the decision that you're transitioning into your dream body no matter what, if that's what it is that you're working on. Never allow doubt to creep in. When you make that decision, it becomes so much easier to follow through with your action. You know what you need to do, and you actually do it because you are firm in your decision. Have you decided? Are you firm? Will you do what it takes to see the ups and downs through and defeat all failure along the way? If so, then this leads us to the sustained effort to induce faith. This is like wildly important. We will never get anywhere without persistence. If we give up at the first signs of hardship, which I've done many times, I'm sure a lot of us have done many times, how are we supposed to grow and shift into the people that we're meant to become? Try and think of it this way. This is a good analogy. I heard someone explain it this way once, and I got a whole lot of clarity. See if you can focus on what I'm saying here. You have to create space in your life. You have to remove things in your life according to the new beliefs that that you're being, that are in alignment with who you're trying to bring or what you're trying to bring into your life. Your reality must break down and be rebuilt on a subconscious level that's been reorganized in your mind. And now your reality must be reorganized. And you cannot expect it to be smoothly rebuilt according to your idea of how it should go. Your ego is linear and believes everything should go smoothly. So you're listening to me right now, and you're trying to manifest something in your life. A year ago, 5 years ago, you might not have even known what manifestation was, what law of attraction was, the fact that you could create anything that you wanted, the fact that it was, possible to not live the life that you're living and change it according to how you want it to be. So you have grown, right? You're not that same person. So because you have changed and grown, the other things in your life need to change and grow too. And it took me a long time to grasp that concept. So the people, the jobs, the items in your house, some of them need to go away because they're not the same as the person that you were at the time that, they were in your life. So let's just say you have this house and you love the land that it's on, and you love that your dog has a space to run around in, and you love that it has a pool, and you love everything about the land, but you hate the house. And it just doesn't serve you, and you can compare this to your reality that you have right now, okay? You just have a life right now that is no longer serving you. And then let's just say that you want to build a new house on the same land, because that's kind of what you're doing, trying to build a new life in the same person that you are, but you've grown, okay? So the linear part of your brain is trying to say that you can just put a new house in place of the old one without any hard work. This is really bright. Hang on, I'm sorry. I don't know if this is bright for you. Okay. So your linear brain is trying to say there's no hard work. You don't have to break anything down. You don't have to hire an architect or a builder, etc. But in reality, we know that we have to break apart the old one to bring in the new one, right? So our old reality must be broken down in order to create our new reality. And that's where chaos comes in. And I know a lot of people, including myself, I know a lot of my friends are going through a lot of chaos in their life right now. A lot of things are happening, a lot of things are shifting, and no one understands why. Is it the moon? Is something going on with the planets? And sometimes it is. But from the outside, you can see people tearing down that old house, right? Going back to the house. And you might freak out because you're like, oh my God, where am I going to sleep? What if I have nowhere to live? What am I going to do? What's going on? You know, it sounded good in theory. What's going on here? And this is when we get scared, when we, have this new idea of what we want to bring into our life, but chaos starts ensuing and we start freaking out. With enough patience and enough surrender, when we surrender to the reorganization process, the new house can come in and be built. And the exact house with the exact number of bedrooms and windows and the view, you can have that, but you can't have that one without the old one being knocked down first. And this is where so many people give up. Believe me, you have no idea. I've shed so many tears. I've had so many sleepless nights. I've spent so much more time in confusion than I have in clarity this year. But I know that something bad, aka confusion, means that I am on the brink of a breakthrough. And that's what confusion is. Confusion just means that you're experiencing something new and that it's very uncertain. If you weren't on the brink of a breakthrough, of experiencing something new, then you wouldn't be experiencing confusion, my friends. So don't freak out. This is a good thing. So to get back to the point I was making, these struggles come back to us for a reason, to teach us where we need to refine our skills or thoughts, and then to just continue going. And that's what I want you to do. So that's the basis of this whole discussion. And this book just really made me want to, again, it was like a download. Reading this book, kind of in this meditative, just told me, hey, get on the video and send this to your friends. Anyway, you can't get to where you want to be continuously doing the same thing that you're doing now. You need to develop new habits in order to become that next level version of ourselves. And that requires persistence. The lack of persistence will depend entirely on the intensity of one's desire, bringing us back to the first principle that I spoke of. The desire, the starting point of all achievement. He talks about how our subconscious mind is always running. Unless we make a concerted effort. Sorry, there's like a hurricane. All right, sorry. ADD. Unless we make a concerted effort to direct it towards our dream body, back to the dream body if that's what you're trying to manifest, we can just as easily get swept up in failure. Planting those seeds of this doesn't work, and thereby attracting more and more defeat into our minds. And you need to practice persistence above all. For how long? Until you get there. Like I said with the journal, writing 10 minutes every day, your affirmation. How long do you write that in your journal? Until you get what you want. And then continuously from that point on. Argue for your vision and where you're headed, and be persistent in that regard. Don't let your brain start convincing you otherwise and allow yourself to give up. Close your mind to any negative and discouraging influences, including relatives, family, and friends. And I know that's hard. Trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Do you know how many times I've been told my dreams are unrealistic? Looked at me like I'm crazy. How many jobs have you had? When are you going to settle down? Yada, yada, yada. You're never going to have a house on the beach. It is really raining. Sorry. And I've been just encouraged to settle and do something else by my own family. Like I said, if I allowed their thoughts to influence me back then, I would probably be like an elementary school teacher right now preparing for the school year. I had to shut it all down and look delusional to get here. And I'm only getting started. Luckily, I'm used to it now. Have the strong desire and be persistent in obtaining it. I hope you enjoyed these principles and how much they apply to manifestation today. And I will have another video soon with a link to our e-course so that we can continue for year end, believe it or not. The new year is coming. The portal is open. Why wait till January to start manifesting what you want next year when you can start now? And I'll just leave you with this. What you're experiencing now in your life is just something that you manifested previously. So what you are manifesting now is what you will see in your future. What you're manifesting, what you're seeing in your reality now has already been something that you already did in your past, and you're seeing the results of it now. So by you doing this, continuing your manifestation process, continuing with these, techniques that I'm teaching you, is only going to bring you what you want in the future. I'm looking out for you. Been there, done that. Love you. And I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.